what's going on. I would like to extend my hours so I can make a little money. But how can I extend my hours until 8 or 9 o'clock when I'm afraid of what they might be looking at or experiencing if they're sitting out on my patio at 8 o'clock in the evening? I do not serve alcohol. I will never serve alcohol in my establishment. I don't want to be the red-headed stepchild in this town because that's my principle. So my concept is that. And honestly, at this point, I'm not sure Lake Worth continues to be a fit for my concept. So I need your help, I need everyone's help, so that we can have an environment where businesses like mine can not only survive, but thrive. Thank you so much.
Followed by Fran Hollis-Torres on deck.
Hi, I'm Joseph Torres at 512 North H Street. I am a new resident who runs the CRA Home Community Redevelopment Association. It is my first home. My mother's here. She'll be talking behind you. I had to move her down here because she had surgery, 3 of them, actually 4. And for me to take care of her and make sure she's okay is why I moved her here. I'm embarrassed. I've lived here for 15 years, moved from Philadelphia here, lived in Boynton, West Palm, and Riviera Beach. Lake Worth is worse than that. We have many sober homes, which is posing illegal housing. I live on 5th and H. You can go from 4th, 5th, and 6th. Use those 3 blocks as examples. Thank you, Commissioner McBoy, for coming to my home to see the condoms in the front, condoms in the back, and that house that's empty on the side. Constant oral sex and other sexual activities. I just had to call the police there today because 5 boys just walked up there and were trying to break into it. I have a car dealership in back of my home right now that just instant drug activity and also an instant junkyard. Speak to the businesses there, law firm, and the Lake Worth Monument next door. They can verify activity that's going on there. The Sunoco next door, ask them as well. I've been calling the police 3 to 4 times a day. The sober homes have caused illegal housing where residents are moving people in to their home and renting out rooms. I've mentioned that to you. There's about 5 to 6 of them on my block currently. I'm about to start writing everybody, notarizing and certifying it, and sending it to them and also to you guys so that you're fully aware of what's going on here. I also have the boathouse in front of mine. He's been doing illegal construction and digging for over 2 months. I just found out today there are no permits that he put in for his home, and he's still doing construction out there now. I'm not going to be, have anyone intimidate me. This is my home, this is where I live at. I have to pay my bills, and I do and work hard for what I have. All these same complaints that you just heard is correct. We have the same individuals running up and down, doing the same thing with nothing being done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I am his mother, Fran Hollis-Torres, and thank you once again, Commissioner McBoy, for coming. The abandoned houses on our block are not being kept up. The boards that they put up through the windows are being knocked down so the drug and prostitution can happen there. At night in the alleyway on H Street, there are trucks that come in, and then there are ladies that get in the truck all hours of the night. Drug activity, openly smoking crack, cocaine, and it's just like a throwaway, back and forth. All hours of the night, 3 and 4 o'clock at night. One truck leaves, another one comes. Then there's a boy, or I don't call them men, the boys on the bicycles, pimping the girls in the alley. Young girls, old girls, and then they have certain neighborhoods, certain streets that they have. And if this activity is not taken care of, you're going to be dealing with gangs. That's going to be next. We're from up north. We know what happens next. You're going to have a problem on your hands if you don't take care of it and nip it in the bud. Yep. Thank you for your time.
Rick Rice, followed by Teresa Miller.
Greg Rice, 511 Lucerne Avenue. It's political season. I want to remind everybody, tomorrow night, 6:30, at the Lake Worth Playhouse, the Lake Worth Neighborhood Neighborhood Association's President's Council will be hosting a candidates forum. Doors will open at 6:15. The program should start sharply at 6:30. I do hope everybody comes in and meets the candidates and hear some of the things that they have to say about the city and the future of the city. But now I want to talk about some of the things that's been echoed tonight. Yesterday afternoon, I'm taking my dog out. I got home from work, 4:30. Taking my dog out, and I like to go over to the Cultural Plaza on the south side of City Hall Annex. There's a nice little green piece of grass there that Layla seems to like. Anyhow, and while I'm there, I look over, there's this gentleman sleeping on the stage, and he gets up, he gets off the stage, on the south side of the stage, bends down, and urinates on the side of the stage, on the south side of the stage, where these little girls sometimes climb up and down on the stage. They do their little ballet things at the... This guy, I took a picture of it. Got a picture right here on my cell phone. Steve Jobs knew what he was doing when he invented cell phones, smartphones. Anyhow, so I called PBS, so they immediately came out. The officer came up to me, I showed him the picture. He said, unfortunately, Mr. Rice, we can't do anything about it. We have to see him doing it in person to be able to do anything about it. And he said, and then if they claim they have no address, they can do it in public. When my son was 3 years old, he used to do that same sort of thing in our front yard in public, and we had to put him in timeout to stop him. We have got to figure out a way to put these folks in timeout. I don't want these little girls to have to see that right there in broad daylight in front of God and everybody that's watching. It's embarrassing. Thank you.
Teresa Miller, 829 North Lakeside. I wasn't going to speak, so it's going to be off the top of my head. First of all, I'm seeing these people in the 800 block of North Lakeside. It's all over the city. And I'm going to speak from two directions. First of all, personal experience. I don't think that same guy who will try to violate my space and hit me up for money will try it again. I know I'm a mark. It's a woman alone, gray hair. We've got a lot of that in South Florida. This doesn't bode well for Lake Worth. Secondly, I do a couple hours a week at visitor information. I have people who come in, locals and from out of town, who tell me about what it's like to walk across the plaza and get bullied and hit up for money, watching people urinate, and bums, sleeping, and just turning it into a camp. I know everybody is disgusted. I know that people have rights, but you know what? Those rights end where ours begin. And we have rights to not have to tolerate that. I realize the city has issues to deal with, the ADA, the law. I'm not sure what you can do, but please understand the citizens will be behind you. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Moving on.